we're in the closing weeks of this election, and Joe Biden has got an ad out that we're gonna show you in full, because I think it really does summarize what his appeal is to people, both the actual appeal that people are feeling and also what he wants them to feel. Now, it is not necessarily perfectly targeted to a progressive like me in terms of being founded in policy, but I do think that it could be pretty effective. So we're gonna watch it right now and discuss. This is one of the last Joe Biden ads.
There's a new world coming, and it's just around the bend.
It's time for America to get back up.
There's a brand new morning.
We can build a more perfect union.
That belongs to you and me.
The days of divisiveness
Yes, a new world
will soon be over.
that belongs to you and me.
Let's get back up.
Yes, a new world.
We're decent, we're brave, we're resilient people.
Coming in peace,
We can't believe it yet.
coming in love.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Okay, so Gary, I'm really excited to see maybe if we disagree on this. What did you think about that ad?
Nina Simone.
Yeah.
I am a huge Nina Simone fan, and so as a progressive, right, to know what she stood for, whoever made that ad was speaking to folks like me right there, right? And I thought it was good. I intentionally did not watch the ad before the show because I felt like I wanted to be authentic in my response to it, right? And my biggest takeaway was hearing Nina Simone and the imagery that matches, right? I think that at the core, all Black people, all American people, all Hispanic people, white people who are of pure intentions want to see that version of America, right? They want to see an America where, you know, our children have a future. They want to see an America where they see men, women, and people of all orientations walking together and progressing in this life and through their journey. And there's some type of human connection to that, right? And to have it laced with Nina Simone, I think it is a powerful image. I hope that it speaks to the heart of people to remind them of what we can be and not what we are.
Yeah, and look, obviously the reality is that let's say that works. That America that we'll be getting back to is gonna have about 1 billion problems that we're gonna have to go right back to work on trying to fix. But the reason I think that this is gonna be so successful, and this is sort of what I was saying back in 2016, when I know that there was this debate about whether it was better to have, Donald Trump get in rather than Hillary Clinton, so that hypothetically a strong progressive would eventually run against Donald Trump in 2020, that it would give rise to this. And I remember saying over and over, like, people are going to be so beaten down by how unrelentingly awful these years are gonna be that they are going to want to just go back to something that seems sane, something that seems decent in any way, something that seems relatively close to the truth, all of these things. And I think that Joe Biden does represent that to a lot of people. People are exhausted. They were exhausted before 2020, the most exhausting decade of our life. And then this has just beaten out the last bit of tolerance they have for any more of this time. And so that ad was not full of a ton of, it wasn't about Medicare for all. It wasn't about a Green New Deal. It wasn't about infrastructure reform. It wasn't about criminal justice. I mean, it was about those things, but not specific. But I think that's what people want right now. That's what we've been given by a combination of Donald Trump and 2020. They just want to feel like we're gonna have a person who is not literally among the worst people on the planet right now in charge of everything. And that's why I can see that being an effective ad for a lot of people.
I would agree 100%. I think that, as we wind down, the policies aren't where people are making their decisions today. They're making their decisions based on, is this someone that I believe can manage the job, right? And where are you taking us, right? I think we've had all of the policy debates. I don't think 3 weeks out from an election that people are deciding, based on Joe Biden or Donald Trump's policies that they're gonna vote. They're gonna vote because they wanna say this person has the ability to take this nation where I want it to go. And for conservative Republicans, that's down a rabbit hole of racism and bigotry. And for everybody else, it's towards at least some sort of normalcy and hope for a better tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%. I'm surprised. I thought maybe we would disagree.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.